It was a slightly overcast Thursday evening when Rebecca found herself heading towards the community center on Willow Lane. Tension hung in the air as locals driving by watched the small procession silently step into the humble building. Little did they know that tonight's meeting would uncover a story concealed by shadows for far too long. Inside, the room was modestly furnished. A circle of worn but welcoming chairs stood ready to cradle the burdened souls who sought solace within their support group. Greeting the circle's inhabitants was Rhonda, a matronly figure who had orchestrated these gatherings in the church hall basement for over a decade. The group began with introductions, each member sharing their name and a brief recounting of what had led them to seek this supportive space. It was a practice that forged a bond of understanding, yet also safeguarded anonymity. Tonight, however, the usual cadence of voices was pierced by an unexpected revelation. A newcomer entered the room, his eyes avoiding direct contact, his posture stiff with apprehension. He introduced himself as Tom, alcoholic, and began to share his tale. But with each word, a peculiar tension thrummed through the air, a hypnotic urgency that shifted the room's atmosphere. Tom recounted nights lost in a haze of liquor and regret, but as his story unfolded into new terrain unfamiliar to standard recounts at Alcoholics Anonymous meetings, whispers of something darker unfurled. There was a night I barely remember, but will never forget, he began. I was in that alley behind the Anchor Inn. There was a man, an argument. Then I heard him hit the ground. I ran. At this, the shiver of unease resolved into a shared understanding amongst the attendees. For months, rumors had spread of a well-dressed man found beaten and unconscious. Rhonda's steady voice intervened amid the murmurs. Remember, this is a place of support, a place to uncover truths safely. Tom looked at her, desperation tinging his eyes as he clung to her words, seeing in them a lifeboat to which he could cling amidst the self-imposed storm in which he floundered. He continued, I know what happened next. I should have stayed. I should have called for help. He didn't deserve any of what happened. But I was scared. His voice trembled, the burden of his own humanity lighter through the admission, yet leaden with consequence. The rest of the room sat in stunned silence as they grappled with the reality of Tom's words. What had begun as an evening adorned with the hope of recovery had spiraled into an unscripted confession, one that no one had anticipated. Tom's vulnerability was palpable, each stuttering heartbeat conveying his remorse. As the meeting came to a reluctant close, Rhonda assured Tom that he would not face his fears alone. The journey of redemption would coincide with the paths of restitution he must now walk, shepherded by the unwavering support of a community once unknown to him. That night, as Rebecca left the meeting, she looked at the barely hidden moon just beyond the wisps of cloud and thought about all the secrets that lay like sediment in the depths of every soul, obscured until dredged forth by currents unforeseen.